So people often ask me how training's going. It just won't hold. You know, I can put air in it, but as soon as I start spinning, it completely deflates. Why you break, stupid thing? I don't know how to push you back together. I can't find my one-piece bathing suit, so we're gonna have to rock the two-piece today. Hey, I have to find my goggles and my hair thing, my cap. I have an 11 o'clock client. It's 10. I mean, the reality is no one's forcing me to be here and no one's forcing me to do this. I'm here because I want to, and I'm doing this because I want to. And the thing that I've noticed lately is I've been able to push myself to be a little bit more uncomfortable during my training and just seeing both the external and internal effects of that. And it's not something I had as a young athlete. Just at a 17-mile-an-hour average, fastest one yet, baby. So now just in the leg compressions, and then I'm gonna do the red light afterwards and then get ready for my lifting workout. So it's upper body today. And I attribute that to consistency, just because I have been more consistent. It hasn't been perfect. It's been better than it has in the past and when I was training before for the first one. And then also just adding that strength training in there too for that explosive power. And I'm not doing a lot of strength training with like more heavy weights. I'm doing more of that isometric holds and pulses and working on that flexibility, just because with me, when I started doing heavy weights, I got injured because my form was really off because I was lifting too heavy, and it really, you know, all the stuff I did before with the Aldoa, it's decompressing the spine. So if you add that heavier weight, you will start seeing more compression in that spine, and then that's when maybe, you know, form can get more off. So I haven't been doing that. I will put a link in the description box below of a circuit that I do, and you don't have to actually be an Ironman or training for an Ironman to get the benefits from this strength training stuff. It's a lot of toning. So I would love, you know, for you to try it and see if you can feel a difference in your strength and energy and, you know, overall power. So, or, you know, body, whatever you want to use it for. So if you're somebody that sits for long periods of time, whether it be at work or if you have a sport where you're sitting like cycling, you might notice that your posture in the very, very beginning is pretty dang good. You have this nice straight spine, everything is in line, everything is supported. However, as the day goes on or as your workout goes on, you start to get a little bit tired, and typically this starts happening. So we're reducing the range of motion here and the rotation of the thoracic cavity. And now the thoracic cavity still has to rotate, or your body still has to rotate to do certain actions. So that rotation ends up coming from that lumbar spine, and that's when our lumbar spine gets injured, because even though it has the ability to rotate, it's not supposed to rotate a lot. And, you know, we want to make sure that we are working efficiently and using the body parts that we're supposed to avoid injury. So I have a few different exercises to do and show you to help increase the range of motion and the mobility of the rotation in the thoracic spine. First thing we're gonna need is we are gonna need a foam roller. Now we're gonna be working on extensions because, let's see, when we're in this position, this xiphoid process comes closer to the pubic symphysis. So we're trying to really increase the distance between that, and we're gonna do that by using the foam roller. So meet me down on the ground. All right, so now we have our foam roller, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we fix this lumbar spine. So most of the action is gonna be coming from our thoracic cavity. So get your foam roller, and you're gonna lie down and put it right around the bra strap or under the bra strap, maybe just a little bit more. Tuck that tail, keep that spine in line, and all you're gonna do is just come back down to the ground and up. And you're always gonna keep that chin tucked, and you're reaching at the crown of the head. So little motions, and you can move just a little bit down, and you might feel a few pops coming. So it's also an ab workout, but we're kind of separating the xiphoid process away from that pubic symphysis. And you're gonna do about 20 or 30. sure my face looks extra funny. Now, if you don't have a foam roller, readily available, what you can also do is just sit up into that perfect posture. You're getting your hands and putting them on your knees, and you're actually thinking about pushing the thoracic cavity back, and then you have like a pole or a string, and you're almost pulling it up away from you, and you can use your hands to really do that. Same thing, 20 or 30 times. You want to make sure that those shoulders are dropped, they're not coming up, and they're almost pulled back. So these, you're pinching, like pretend you have a pencil in between those shoulder blades, and you don't want to drop the pencil when you squeeze. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and increase rotation. So there's a few different things we can do here. If you don't have a bar, you can go ahead and do this against a wall. You're just gonna go ahead and put your hands out to the side, and then you're just rotating and trying to reach the other hand. You actually might have more range of motion or mobility on one side than the other. And try and notice that I'm trying to keep everything below these ribcage. That right there is not staying, or that is not moving. All that movement and rotation is coming from above there. Keep those shoulder blades dropped. Having a bar or a wall really helps because you have that extra sensory stimulus to make sure that you're doing these actions right. All right. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you aren't already, and stay tuned for next week's video for more exercise tips, tricks, and ways to stay healthy. My little motivation. I'm in here, pounding away on the bike, and every once in a while I see the little woe go by. Me too.